to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. We got a lot to discuss. When it come to news, ain't no better than us. When it come to news, ain't no one you can trust. We got a lot to touch, so it's time to crush. So it's time to crush.
Peace and blessings, and welcome to Xbox Frontline News with your boy the King. On this late evening, I've done this video probably 20 different times. I've edited it, I've deleted it. You see I don't have one of the shades today. If it's your first time finding the channel, thank you. Please come in. It's holiday time, and it's the week of the solstice, the week of Christmas. Hanukkah, I believe, is going on. If whatever you believe in, it's the week of this universal supposed time of joy. And what I've noticed that during this time, I've probably had profound sadness in my life. So that's why I'm probably disconnected the most during this time. But I do try my best to be as welcoming and inviting as possible. Right? So please like, follow, share it out. Today we lost an icon. If you are a person that follows music and you don't follow video games, it's kind of like we lost Tupac. If you follow sports, it's like losing Michael Jordan. We lost Vince Zampella. And I really didn't understand the impact of his departure from this plane of existence based upon my taking his greatness for granted. I'm absolutely guilty of taking his incredible body of work for granted. Not saying that I didn't indulge in everything that he put forth from Medal of Honor and all. I've absolutely supported every project that he has put forth for consumption. Vince is a one of one, an absolutely transcending star that has graced us in his short life of 55 years old, which is 55 years young. He's graced us with a body of work that it takes people 2 lifetimes to achieve. The man is the definition of icon, but if you've ever reached or talked to anyone that has been in his circumference or worked with him, then you would realize how wonderful of a person that he was. I'm not going to go into the details of his passing, and the end of the video will be more of a celebration of his accomplishments and my pure joy at being able to be in any close proximity to what he's brought to the space. So we do have some information as far as stuff going up, as far as, news for you today. But overwhelmingly, I'm really checked out. And it's sad that somebody that brought that level of joy to everyone, his transcending to the next plane, was brought about so tragically. My heartfelt condolences to his family that's left behind, and gamers, developers, industry people worldwide have a collective pain. Let's get to these topics. You know, the rumors had to be as bad as it possibly can get when Microsoft has to directly come out and refute their business practices about profit margins that are expected within their company structure. Now, me, I don't find anything wrong with setting high standards for yourself, your team, and have goals that far exceed sometimes your grasp. Because if you don't aim for the stars, how will you know where to shoot? Well, Microsoft says it's incorrect that Xbox division is now targeting 30% profit margins, but the goals are still ambitious. Now, this is brought to you by Fraser Gilbert of Pure Xbox. And Microsoft at the time noted, because they had to tell CNBC News what the real was. Now, before, in the past, Microsoft profit margins were from 17 to 22%, and and Xbox itself had ranged anywhere from 10% to 20%. So they always strive to have it, 17 to 22%. But for some reason, some information had got leaked out that their profit margins had skyrocketed to industry setting standard, because that is not the norm, 30%. In an original report from Bloomberg, it was mentioned that the game makers at Xbox aren't asked to hit specific numerical targets. In the past, the new target was implemented by Microsoft CFO Amy Hood in late 2023. So they're trying to say that she came on and implemented a different, higher standard than the norm. There's also suggesting that these higher expectations from Microsoft had contributed to the cancellation of projects, raised prices, and loss of jobs that we've seen over the past couple of years over at Xbox. I would categorically deny those things to be contributing factors to any of those things that was a result of lack of information and all in all ignorance to the matter. Nevertheless, Microsoft is saying a 30% target is hogwash, although we wouldn't be surprised if it was relatively close to that figure. The company clearly expects big things from Xbox, and here's hoping it all works out in 2026, and that was Fraser Gilbert's piece. It's a read of probably like 2 minutes, to be honest with you. But it puts us in a position where, obviously, conversations need to happen. And that's something we'll be talking about. I'm not truly a fan of the holidays, to be honest with you. A lot of information that has always dropped around this time of year for me has always been categorically negative, to be honest with you. I was asleep and I got a phone call from COG because we're doing our show today for the holidays. We're wrapping up IOP stuff, for the new year, and also doing the Lord's After Dark stuff that's on the Insider app. And to wake up to his phone call, he's kind of frantic in his conversations because he's explaining to me that we lost a huge, influential, integral part of the gaming space. It's always sad. I was just recovering from Lamar Wilson as we find out the legendary game designer Vince Zampella has passed away at the age of 55. Vince is 2 years older than myself. To realize a man so young with so much to give, and we just recently seen his offerings with Battlefield. Vince was in a car crash. Now, I'm not going to get into the details of the car crash. And that damn show would never ever show anything as dishonoring to his legacy like the video. Zampella was the lead designer on some of the biggest and most critically acclaimed AAA title games since I've been around. You know, one of my first videos that I did on Xbox, like they had a little video editor deal that they had on Xbox. I did that video, was for the Titanfall big bundle. He was the lead developer on Medal of Honor, 2002 Medal of Honor, Allied Assault, Call of Duty's Infinity War team for releases 2003 to 2009. Started the Titanfall franchise, gave us Apex Legends, the Star Wars Jedi series. He is probably the Michael Jordan of our industry. The man has made it to the finals and never missed, with his last critically acclaimed game being Battlefield 6. The man was truly a visionary. He truly has sight beyond sight when it comes to making great games. My heart goes out to his surviving family, and is with great sorrow that I even have to talk about this. Now, this is pure ignorance on my part. I did not know that GeForce Now had player limits, right? So they give you 100 hours a month, and after that, you have to pay to play. And regardless of what, is a pay to play type of situation. But starting January 1st, this whole 100-hour thing is not just for new people, it's for existing members. Myself personally, when looking at this, because I've never looked at this, I've never seen this, I never understood it, I didn't have any use for this, have a high-powered PC, shout out to NZXT and HP in that regard. So I think the service is for people to stream their setup using NVIDIA's service and having a high-powered PC type interface. Well, you know, it says performance program starts at $9.99 a month plus $2.99 for extra 15-hour blocks. Ultimate charges you $19.99 a month plus $5.99 for each extra 15-hour blocks. And it uses an average monthly length of 30.437 days and rounds up to the next 15-hour block once you cross 100 hours. Current subscribers will be affected next month. And if you play 3 hours a day, not much will change. At up to 3 hours per day, at around 91 hours per month, the total stays at $9.99 or $19.99 per month. At 4 hours per day, about 122 hours per month, the estimated cost rises $15.97 for performance or $31.97 for ultimate. At 5 hours per day, it becomes $21.95 or $43.95. At 10 hours per day, it reaches astronomical numbers of $51.85 to $103.85. This is diabolical. You know, if you're looking at what I'm looking at on the screen, this is purely diabolical BS behavior. These companies are insane. Absolutely. This is diabolical behavior. I don't even know how the hell they get away with this. I want to thank each and every last one of you for making it this far and rocking with me. That Nvidia stuff with paying for time is crazy. That's an insane proposition, but based upon a company that is leading the world and making money, the level of greed is beyond disgusting. It's beyond disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I got to say, Nvidia is by far the most disgusting corporation. And it's no wonder that they would align themselves with Nintendo, with Nintendo's being corrupted with that level of corporate greed. Um, Sickening. It's sickening. But talking about Vince Zampella, one of my very first videos that I've made was Titanfall bundle collection that I had got, and because I would always buy the big bundle collections with the PVC stuff, this plastic vinyl collectible stuff, and I will always get it. But when Vince made Titanfall and he did Titanfall 2 and from Apex Legends, but this guy is the guy who made the guy. Like, he's the guy who made Call of Duty. He's the guy that does this stuff. He's the definition of can do it. Like, I can do it. A high achiever, an individual that is able to get a team together to execute on the vision. And he executes on his vision with absolute clarity. It's like Apex Legend is his Michael Jordan's flu game. You understand? Like, this man literally changed the landscape of gaming, multiplayer gaming, and then spun the block and did Jedi, like the Survivor series, like, Jedi Fallen Order, Jedi Survivor, Jedi, that his stuff, his work has become canon. See, I can't dwell on the loss because when it's your time to transcend after you have accomplished your mission that's on this plane of existence, um, it's your time. With his last great piece of work, Battlefield, performing like we know Vince to do. Yeah, he's him. If there's anyone in this industry that has been him, it's him. Humble, not arrogant, not a rock star, approachable, easy to work with. Those individuals are like a fleeting star, burn very bright. My only regret is I never got a chance to at least have a conversation to tell him how much I appreciate his work, do an interview. This is the reason why I got into this business. To meet the icons, the juggernauts, the giants who we stand on their shoulders to see. The people that really move and shake the industry. Vince was that person that moved and shook the industry. It's with profounding sorrow in my heart that I even report anything of this nature, but the celebration of his work, the transcending that his actual work does, who he is, who he was, will stand the test of time. There will be people copying his formula long past this day. I just want to say thank you for watching the channel. I want you to do what I try to do every day. I want you to go where game is game and win is win. And I want you to try to play the Game Pass.
Play it day one with Game Pass.